Good morning, class. Our today's topic is microbes in human welfare. Uh, the 10th chapter of your syllabus. The microbes are diverse. We say that the microbes are diverse, means like protozoa, bacteria, fungi, and microscopic plant viruses responsible to create the disease in the plant, viroids, and also prions. Prions means the proteinaceous infectious agents. They are all known as microbes. And microbes like bacteria and fungi can be grown in the nutrient media to form colonies. And you can see with the help of the naked eye. There is not required any kind of microscope. You can see the colony developed in this petri dish. These colonies you can see in the naked eye. Some microbes that cause disease and some are useful for human being. You know that there are so many groups of the microbes which are responsible to create the diseases in the human being, as well as there are some groups of these microbes that are very useful for the human being. Now we know that the microbes are present everywhere. Everywhere means for example in the thermal vent of the geyser also, where the temperature above the 100 C, and or we can say they are known as the geyser bacteria. These bacteria are found in the deep of the soil, under the snow also. Some diverse protozoans, bacteria and fungus, virus, viroids and prions, they are all found in the deep inside the soil. They are responsible to give us a very useful chemical that is known as the antibiotics. And if the harmful effects we have to study, that they cause so many diseases in the human being. Now, what is the role of the microbes in household product? That products we are going to use in the household. Very common example of the production of curd from milk from ancient time, and the microorganisms such as lactobacillus, or we can say lactic acid bacteria, lab bacteria, it can grow in the milk and convert it into the curd. So during growth, the lab produces the acid that coagulate and partially digest the milk protein, that is known as the casein. It also improves its nutritional quality, means the lab is responsible to improve the nutritional quality by converting the milk into the curd by increasing vitamin B12. And in our stomach too, the lab play a very beneficial role in checking the disease causing microbes. If the number of these microbes may decreases due to any infection, the doctors advise us to take the lactic acid bacillus granules of the bacteria in form of the sporlac powder. The Baker yeast, or commonly called the Saccharomyces cerevisiae, it is a fungus that is responsible to making the dough in the bread industry. And 2D is a traditional drink of some part of southern India, and it is made up of by the fermenting of the sap of the palm plant. Few microbes are responsible to create a very special cheese. We can say a flavored cheese. For example, Propionibacterium friderici, this responsible for the Swiss cheese. And if we are going to see the Swiss cheese, here you can see in the picture, due to a very large production of carbon dioxide by this bacterium, so many large hole is found in the Swiss cheese. And another cheese is known as the Roquefort cheese. It is very useful and very famous for its specific flavor by the action of fungus uh, responsible for a particular flavor. Microbes in industrial product. It is also used in the industrial product. For example, the production of an industrial scale requires the growing microbes in very large vessels that are known as the fermenter. So fermenters are the very large vessels which are responsible for the production of the product by growing the microbes on an industrial scale. The number one is the fermented beverages. We form this fermented beverages with the help of these fermenters, and in the fermented beverages commonly used microbes is known as the yeast, means Saccharomyces cerevisiae, that is used for bread making and commonly called the brewer yeast also, and it is used for fermenting the malted cereals and fruit juices to produce the ethanol also. Wine and beer is the fermented beverages that are produced without distillation, whereas the whiskey, brandy and rums are produced by the distillation of the fermented broth in the fermenter. Now second is the antibiotics, formation of the a very important chemical substances called the antibiotics, which are produced by the action of some microbes, and these antibiotics can kill or retard the growth of the other disease causing microbes. It is developed from the microbes and responsible to retard the growth of the disease causing another microbes. And in this chain, the first antibiotics to be discovered was known as the penicillin from a fungus named Penicillium, and it was a chance discovery. A scientist named Alexander Fleming, while working on the Streptococcus cocci bacteria, once observed a mold that is growing in one of his unwashed culture plate around with this bacteria. He found that it was due to a chemical produced by the mold, and he named its penicillin after the mold Penicillium notatum discovered. Later, the Ernest Chain and Howard Florey make its full potential effective antibiotic, that first antibiotic named the penicillin. This is the picture, shows that thanks to penicillin he will come back. This picture was taken in the memory of the Second World War. Soldiers say thanks to the penicillin for the coming of the another soldier to the home, back to the home. Now chemicals, enzymes and other bioactive molecules in this chain. Aspergillus niger is a fungus that is responsible to form the citric acid. Acetobacter aceti, bacterium for responsible to form the acetic acid. Clostridium botulicum, it is also a bacterium that is responsible to form the butyric acid. Lactobacillus bacterium for the lactic acid, and Saccharomyces cerevisiae, it is a fungus for the ethanol. Few enzymes is also developed by these microbes. One very important enzyme is known as the lipase. It is used in the laundry detergent also. Pectinase and protease, these are the two enzymes used in the bottle juices for the clarification, for the transparency of the juices by dissolving the pectin and protein. Streptokinase is obtained from the Streptococcus bacterium, and it is used as a clot buster to remove the clots or clot busters in the patients of MI, myocardial infarction, or heart attack patients. So Streptococcus bacteria gives us streptokinase injection. Few bioactive molecules are also found from these microorganisms. Number one is the cyclosporin A. It is commonly obtained from the Trichoderma polysporum fungus, and it is used in the immunosuppressant agent during the organ transplantation patient cases. Second very important bioactive molecules is known as the statin. Azistatin, lovastatin, so many statins are there, and it comes from the Monococcus purpuris. It is a kind of a yeast and used as a blood cholesterol lowering agent uh, in those peoples who have high level of LDL, VLDL or TGL triglycerides, and very low density lipids is there in the blood. So it is responsible to lowering the cholesterol, that is known as the statin. Microbes is also play very important role in the sewage treatment. We know that the treatment of the wastewater is done by the heterotrophic microbes that are naturally present in the sewage water, and this treatment is carried out in two stages. One stage is known as the primary treatment, that is the physical treatment also, and the secondary treatment is known as the biological treatment. So if we are going to treat the sewage water, both the steps are here. This picture shows a sewage water treatment plant that is found in the big cities also. The picture is taken from the upper side from the Google map. Primary treatment or physical treatment is involved of the removal of the particles from the sewage through the process of filtration and sedimentation, filtration or ultrafiltration with the help of a bar screen. Sequential filtration to remove the floating debris, and sedimentation to remove the grit, soil and small pebbles. All solids that settle from the primary sludge and the supernatant forms, that is known as the effluent. The effluent from the primary settled tank is taken for the purpose of the secondary treatment. This is the diagrammatic presentation of the primary treatment. Here you can see it is a sewage that comes into the bar screen, and communicators, after the communicators is committed to go to the chamber for the dispose of the primary cycles, and primary effluents is going to into the secondary treatments. In the secondary treatments, the first chamber is known as the aeration tank, and second chamber is known as the secondary clarifier. And after the clarification, the disinfect like ozones etc. We used for killing the microbes that are present in these effluents, and now it is going to be discharged to the surface water for the tertiary treatment sometimes, or for the sludge treatment and disposal. The treated water is now going to open into the river. The secondary treatment or biological treatment cases, the primary effluent is passed into a large aeration tank. This allows the vigorous growth of the aerobic microbes into the floss, and while growing, these microbes consume the major part of the organic matter in the effluent. This significantly reduces the BOD, the biochemical oxygen demand, which is present in the effluents, and BOD is measure of a organic matter present in the water. The greater of the BOD of wastewater, it is more is its polluting potential. Once the BOD of sewage water is reduced significantly, the effluent is then passed into a subtle tank where the bacterial floss are allowed to sediment it, and the sediment is called the activated sludge. A small part of this sludge is pumped back into the aeration tank to serve as a inoculum, and the remaining major part of the sludge is pumped into the large tank that is called the anaerobic sludge digester. And during this digestion, inside the digester, the bacteria produce a mixture of gases such as methane, hydrogen sulfide, carbon dioxide, and the combination of all these gases are known as the biogas. and the effluents from the secondary treatment plant is generally released into the natural water bodies like a river and a stream also, and this gas is used for the biogas plant. The microbes play a very major role in treating the millions of gallons of wastewater every day across the globe. Until date, no man-made technology has been able to rival the microbial treatment of the sewage. The Ministry of Environment and Forest is responsible to initiate the Ganga Action Plan, Yamuna Action Plans, or we can say to save these major rivers of our country from the pollution. And under these plan, it is proposed to build a large number of the sewage treatment plant so that only treated sewage may be discharged to these big rivers. Now next is the microbes in production of the biogas. We know that the biogas is the mixture of the gases produced by the microbial activity and which may be used as a fuel also. Certain bacteria which grow anaerobically on cellulosic material that produce large amount of methane along with the carbon dioxide and hydrogen, and this is found due to the action of the methanogens, the methanobacteria. These methanobacteria are present in the stomach or the gut region of the ruminant animals, and in the ruminant animals the stomach is the compound type stomach like in the goat, cow, buffalo, sheep, etc., and a lot of cellulosic material present in the food of the cattle because cattle always use the herbivore food, and present in the rumen. The rumen is the first part of the compound stomach, and these bacteria help in the breakdown of the cellulose, which is the major part of the cell wall of the plant cell, and it play a very important role in the nutrition of the cattle. Thus the excreta, or we can say it is a dung of the cattle, commonly called the gobar, and it is rich in these bacteria, and during dung can be used for generation of the biogas commonly called the gobar gas or biogas plant. This biogas plant is totally depend upon the technology was developed in India mainly due to the effects of the Indian Agriculture Research Institute. It is known as the IARI, and Khadi and Vidyalaya Industry Commissions, that is the KVIC, Khadi and Gram Udyog. The biogas plant consists of a concrete tank basically in which the bio waste are collected and slurry of the dung is fed inside this area. Biogas uh, plant floating cover is placed over the slurry which keeps on rising as the gas is produced in the tank due to the microbial activity. The biogas plant has an outlet here you can see, and which is connected to a pipe to the supply of the biogas to nearby houses, and in houses it is used for the cooking purpose and lighting also, and the slurry that is outlet may be used as a fertilizer. Sometimes these microbes are used as a biocontrol agent also, and the biological control of pest and disease, for example in the ladybird to control the aphids also, in the dragonfly to control the mosquito because it can use the mosquito larva, feed on the mosquito larva, and after that fungus that is known as the trichoderma, it protect the root system and control the plant pathogen also. One virus group is known as the baculovirus, that is the nucleopolyhedrovirus also, and to attack the insect and other arthropods. Sometimes the one important bacteria is known as the Bacillus thuringogenesis, or we can see it is a BT. So BT cotton, BT brinjal to control wide range of the insect by using these. Microbes are used as a biofertilizer also, and biofertilizers are organisms that enrich the nutrients quality of the soil. The main source of biofertilizers are the bacteria, fungi and cyanobacteria, and in the group of the bacteria it play a very important role named bacteria is known as the rhizobium, which plays as a symbiotic mutual understanding with the roots of the leguminous plant, It is found in the nodule of the leguminous plant, Rhizobium, and some free living bacteria is also in the soil, that is known as the Azotobacter and Azospirillum is also there. The concept of biofertilizers is depend upon the biofertilizer organism also. For example, Rhizobium, Azotobacter, FSB, blue-green algae also, that is known as the cyanobacteria, sometimes Azospirillum or some mycorrhiza also, the association of a fungus with a higher root. So these are the biofertilizers, natural. Sometimes fungi is also play very important role in this area by playing a symbiosis. The mycorrhiza is known as the myco means fungus, rhiza means roots. So fungus association with the root system of the some genus that is known as the glomus, and absorb the in the glomus plant it absorb the phosphorus and water from the soil for the plant growth and development. So fungus also play a symbiotic association with the plant. There are few cyanobacteria or blue-green algae is also play the symbiosis, as well as they are used to increase the soil fertility. For example, Anabina, Azolla, some free-living nostoc, Ocedoria. These are the blue-green algae. Here you can see Charcococcus, Glaucococcus, Oscillatoria, and Toliforpic, Merispedia, Geotrichia. They are the main blue-green algae. So many blue-green algae are responsible as and used as a biofertilizer. This picture also shows a lot of blue-green algae over here, Volvox and Anabina, Oscillatoria, Ulothrix. These are the green algae. So it is also responsible for the biofertilizers. This is all for this chapter.